Okay. The question here is always a good habit to take the integral as I. Root x plus cube root of x square whole divided by x dx. I have forgotten to write dx here. You can add dx here. Okay. So this is, now see, you can write this as square root of x can be written as x to the power of half. And cube root of x square can be written as x to the power of 3 by 2 divided by x dx is equal to, now you can separate here. You can write this as x to the power of half divided by x plus x to the power of 3 by 2 divided by x dx, which is integration of x to the power of, from the laws of indices, you can write half minus 1 plus x to the power of 3 by 2 minus 1 dx, which is equal to integration of x to the power of minus half plus x to, if you take LCM in the numerator, this is x to the power of 2/3, not because this is, yes, this is cube root. So this is x to the power of 2/3. Okay, so now if you take the LCM, you get x to the power of minus 1/3 dx. You understood the mistake there? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You understood the mistake?
Minus half. Yes. Mistake. Minus 1 by 2 plus 1. Minus 1 by 2 plus 1.
Okay, so this is x to the power of 1 minus half is half, and 1 minus half here is half, plus x to the power of 1 minus 1/3. You take the LCM, you get simply 2/3. And here you get 2/3 plus c. So that's, now you can write this as uh, this is x to the power of 2x to the power of half plus 3x to the power of 2/3, or 3 by 2 plus c. Okay, you can write it in a better way also. 2 you can write this as 2 root x plus 3 by 2. You can write this as cube root of x square plus c. Okay, that's your answer. Fine. Moving on to the next one. Now these are very, very easy sum, direct application of formula. 1/6. Integral is 3 to the power of 2x minus 3e to the power of minus 2x plus 1 by 2x, everything integrated with respect to x. So you separate first 3 to the power of 2x dx minus integral 3e to the power of minus 2x dx plus integral dx by 2x. Now if you see, this is what? A to the power, integral 3 to the power of 2x is what? A to the power of x. So this integral should be a to the power of x divided by ln 3, log 3, isn't it? Not only that, but divided by the derivative of 2x. Derivative of 2x is 2. Is this clear? This integration? 3 divided by e to the power of minus 2x. E to the power of minus 2x is how much? E to the power of ax plus b integration. E to the power of minus 2x by minus 2 plus, and here you can take half out of the integration. You get half integral dx by x. So what do you get here? 3 to the power of 2x divided by twice ln 2. And minus become plus. thrice e to the power of minus 2x by 2 plus half integral dx by x is nothing but ln x log x plus c. Clear? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Moving on to the next one. 7. I is equal to integral 1 minus x whole cube divided by x dx. Now, whenever you get this kind of integration, okay, where the uh, degree of the numerator is higher than the degree of the denominator, you will divide. Understood? Whenever, remember this integral, this is very important integral because we'll be doing this kind of an integral later on also. What is the degree in the numerator here? If you see, degree in the numerator here is 3. Degree in the denominator here is 1. So first of all, what you do is you expand this by a minus b whole cube formula. So a cube minus b cube minus thrice ab into a minus b divided by x dx. Now see, you simplify the numerator. You get 1 minus x cube minus 3x into 1 minus x divided by x. Further, you simplify the numerator. A cube minus b cube minus 3x plus 3x square. Once you have simplified the numerator, now you divide the numerator with the denominator. Okay, how will you divide? Separate 1 by x minus x cube by x minus 3x by x plus 3x square by x dx, which is equal to, again simplify further, 1 by x, this is x square, this is here x and x will cancel, you simply left with 3, and here you will get 3x dx. Now you can separate, you will get integral dx by x minus integral x squared dx minus integral 3 dx plus integral 3x dx. Now you take the constants out. First, dx by x can be written as log x minus integral x squared dx is x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 minus. You can take 3 out of the integration to write this as integral dx. From here also you can take 3 out of the integration to write x dx. So you get log x minus 1/3 x cube minus 3x plus thrice integral x dx is x to the power of 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 plus c. So this is log x minus 1/3 x cube minus 3x plus 3 by 2 x square plus c. That's it. Okay. Moving on to the next one. This was a very important integral. Whenever you have the degree of the numerator greater than the degree of the denominator, you will divide them and then integrate. Number 8. I is equal to integral x square into 2x minus 1 by x square dx. Okay. So we shall now first of all expand. You have integral x square, you expand 2x minus 1 by x by a minus b whole square formula. So you have a square plus b square minus twice ab dx. Integral x square, and this 2x whole square you get 4x square 1 by x whole square, you get 1 by x square. Here x and x will cancel. You simply get minus 4. Now what you do is you multiply x square throughout. So what you get if you multiply x square throughout, you get 4x to the power of 4 plus x square into 1 by x square is simply 1 minus 4x square dx. Now you separate. So you get integral 4x to the power of 4. Now here I am showing you each and every step because this is just the starting. Later on, I will not be showing you each and every step. These steps will be taken for granted. Okay. Minus integral 4x square dx. So this you can write, you can take 4 out of the integration, x to the power of 4 dx plus integral 1 dx. You can simply write this as integral dx. And here 4 also you can take it out and write this as x square dx. Now use direct application of that formula, x to the power of n. It is x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus integral dx. Integration and differentiation, these are inverse processes. So they will nullify each other. You simply get x here. Minus 4 x to the power of 3 plus 1, 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. So this is 4/5 x to the power of 5 plus x minus 4/3 x cube plus c. That's your answer. Okay. Can we proceed? And these are very short integral. Later on, you will be coming across a very, very big ones. At least 10 to 15 lines. Number 9. I is equal to integral x by x plus 1 whole square dx. How do you integrate this? Whenever you get this kind of an integral, see that uh, the degree in the denominator is higher. Okay. Whenever you get this kind of an integration, try to write the numerator in terms of the denominator. See that in the denominator you have x plus 1 and in the numerator you have x. So what you do is you write x plus 1 in the numerator. And since you have added this extra 1, you subtract this extra 1 also. And denominator you keep as it is. Now you separate. You can write this as x plus 1 by x plus 1 whole square minus 1 by x plus 1 whole square dx, right? Next, you can write this as 1 by x plus 1 minus 1 by x plus 1 whole square, whole thing dx. Now you separate and integrate separately. Integral dx by x plus 1 minus integral dx by x plus 1 whole square. Okay. Integral dx by x plus 1. If you remember, integral dx by ax plus b was log ax plus b divided by the derivative of ax plus b, which is a. So this is log x plus 1 divided by the derivative of x plus 1, which is simply 1, right? Minus, and here the integration dx by ax plus b to the power of n, you can write this as x plus 1 to the power of minus 2 dx. So this you get log x plus 1 minus, this is ax plus b to the power of n form, right? So you get x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 divided by the derivative of n plus 1 x plus 1, which is simply 1. So you get this log x plus 1 minus, and this minus and minus sign combined to become a plus. So you get x plus 1 to the power of minus 1 plus c. And finally, you can write this as log x minus 1, x plus 1 plus 1 by x plus 1. plus c. Any question? This finishes the first part. Now we come to the integration of trigonometric functions. See the first one, part one. Say I is equal to integral sine x by cos square x minus cos x by sine square x dx. Okay. Now see, you can write this as integral sine x by cos square x. You can write as sine x by cos x into 1 by cos x minus cos x by sine x into 1 by sine x. The whole thing integrated with respect to x. So this becomes sine by cos becomes tan and 1 by cos becomes sec. So sec x tan x dx, or let's write it first here, minus, and here it becomes cos x by sin x is cot and 1 by sin is cos x. So cosec x cot x. Right? Now you separate. This becomes integral sec x tan x dx minus integral cosec x cot x dx. Integral sec x tan x is simply sec x from the formula, and integral cosec x cot x is minus cosec x from the formula, plus c. So your answer is sec x plus cosec x plus c. Clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Next problem. Integral tan square x minus cot square x dx is equal to, separate this, or you can write it here only. Change tan to sec, because you know in standard integral of sec square is tan x. So you can write it here only. Yes, tan square x you can write as sec square x minus 1, and cot square x you can write as cosec square x minus 1 dx. Now you can open the bracket. Why have I changed to sec and sec square and cosec square? Because we know sec square is a standard integral, cosec square is also a standard integral. So if you open the bracket, you get sec square x minus 1 minus cosec square x plus 1 dx. So this minus 1 plus 1 you simply get cancelled. Now if you separate the integrals, sec square x dx minus integral cosec square x dx. Integral sec square x is simply tan x, and integral cosec square is minus cot. Your answer is tan x plus cot x plus c. Fine. Moving on to the next sum, part 3. Part 3 in fact. I is equal to integral 3 sin x cos square x minus sin cube x dx. Okay. So you see here, if I am to take sin x common from these two, so I am going to get sin x. I'm taking common from both to get 3 cos square x minus sin cube x. dx. Okay. Um, now I can change cos square to sine square. Okay, minus sine cube, sorry, 1 minus sine square, this should be minus sine cube x, and this should be dx. So this should be integral. Now you multiply, you get 3 sine x minus 3 sine cube x minus sine cube x dx. So this is integral 3 sine x minus 4 sine cube x dx. Now you know this is the triple angle formula of sine 3x. So you can write this as integral sine 3x dx. And what is the integral of sine? It is minus cos 3x divided by the derivative of 3x plus c. That's your answer. I hope this is clear. Next one is part 4. I is equal to integral sec x root 1 minus sin x divided by 1 plus cos sin x. In order to remove the radical, what you do is within the radical, you multiply the numerator and denominator by 1 minus sin x. So 1 minus sin x, you are multiplying by numerator and denominator. Okay, so you get integral sec x root 1 minus sin x whole square divided by 1 minus sin square x dx, which is integral sec x root 1 minus sin x divided by whole square divided by cos square x dx, which is integral sec x dx root 1 minus sin x divided by cos x whole square dx. Now you can remove the radical because within the radical you have a perfect square, like cos x dx, which can also be written as, you change sec to 1 by cos, so you can write this as 1 minus sin x by cos square x dx. Now you can separate integral 1 by cos square x minus sin x by cos square x dx. That means now 1 by cos square can be written as sec square x minus sin x by cos x into 1 by cos x thing dx, which is equal to integral sec square x minus sec x tan x dx, which is integral sec square x dx minus integral sec x tan x dx. Integral sec square x you know is tan x, and integral sec x tan x from the standard formula you know is sec x. plus c, and that's your answer. Okay. Next one. It's number 5. I is equal to integral tan x plus cot x to the power of -2. What you do is you first change tan and cot to sin by cos. Now you take the LCM. Sin x cos x will be your LCM. So you will get here sin square x plus cos square x to the power of -2 dx, which is equal to integral 1 by sin square x plus cos square x is 1, sin x cos x to the power of -2, which can be written as integral sin x cos x as a positive power whole square dx, which can now be written as, now what you can do here is, see there's a square here. So if I want to insert a 2 within, that means I will have to divide this by, suppose I write sin x cos x whole square as 2 sin x cos x whole square. I've inserted a 2 within this. That means I will have to divide by 2 square. Is this step clear? One by 2 square you take out. 2 sin x cos x is sin square 2x dx. Right? Now, again, sin square 2x, whenever you get a square of this kind of a trigonometric function, remember this very important method, that whenever you have to square the cos of sine, okay, whenever you have to integrate the square of sine or cos, what you do is you write it as 2 sine squared. So you take half out, or rather I can add one more step because this is simply the beginning. So what you can do is you can write this as 2 sine square 2x divided by 2 dx. Now what you can do is you can take half out, write this as integral 2 sine square 2x dx. Okay, so this becomes 1/8, and 2 sine square x can be written as 1 minus cos 4x dx from your multiple angle formula. So now 1/8, now you separate the integral, you get integral 1 dx or simply dx minus integral cos 4x dx. Okay, so you get here 1/8 of x minus integral cos 4x is sin 4x by 4 plus c, and that's your answer. Okay, any question?
No, sir.
And the next integral is very similar to what we have already discussed. So just for practice sake, let us do one more of this. Number 16. If you see, you have to integrate sine square x. Now, as I told you, square of a trigonometric function. What you do is you write this as 2 sine square x by 2. This is a trick I told you just now. You can take half out. Now 2 sine square x from multiple angle formula, you can write this as 1 minus cos 2x. Now you can separate integral dx minus integral cos 2x. dx, which is half x minus sine 2x by 2 plus c. That's your answer. Okay, very, very important integral, this one. Okay, you will come across this integral in many other problems to come. Cos cube x. Number 7. I is equal to integral cos cube x dx. Okay, so remember for any sine cube or cos cube, if you want to evaluate this, we use the triple angle formula. If you remember, what is the triple angle formula for cos 3x? Cos 3x, if you remember, was 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x, right? From here, what can you get? You can get cos 3x plus 3 cos x is equal to 4 cos cube x. That means what is cos cube x? It is cos 3x plus 3 cos x divided by 4, right? So you write this here. Therefore, I becomes integral cos 3x plus 3 cos x divided by 4 dx. Now you can take 1/4 out of the integral to write this as cos 3x plus 3 cos x dx. Now you separate 1/4 integral cos 3x dx plus integral 3 cos x dx. Okay, so this is 1/4. Cos 3x integral is sine 3x by 3. Plus you can take 3 out of the integral here. Simply write it as integral cos 3x dx, which is equal to 1/4 sine 3x by 3 plus an integral cos x is, you know, is sine x plus c, and that's your answer. Is this clear? So this finishes number 7. Do we have time for one more? Perhaps. Let's start. We will be able to finish, I think. Number 8. I is equal to integral dx by 1 plus sine x. Okay. In order to evaluate this integral, you multiply the numerator and denominator by 1 minus sine x. So what you get here is integral 1 minus sine x divided by 1 minus sine square x dx. So you get this as integral 1 minus sine x divided by cos square x. Okay. Now we would like to separate integral 1 by cos square x minus sine x by cos square x dx. So this becomes integral sec square x minus this becomes sine x by cos x into 1 by cos x. Whole thing integrated with respect to x. So this is integral sec square x minus this can be written as sec x tan x dx. So here you get integral sec square x dx minus integral sec x tan x dx. Integral sec square x is tan x minus integral sec x dx is sec x plus c. And that's your answer. Fine. So I'll stop here.